Have you ever woken up, reached for your alarm, and stood up without thinking, just like you've done every single day for years? Let me ask you something that might surprise you. What if those first 30 seconds of your morning are the most dangerous moment of your entire day? Not what you eat, not your cholesterol, not even your exercise, but something you do before your feet even touch the floor. I want you to stay with me for a few minutes, because what I'm about to share is simple. It costs nothing, and yet it may change the way you wake up for the rest of your life. Over the past 20 years, working with adults over 60, I've seen a pattern that's hard to ignore. Patients who seemed stable, who were doing everything right, medication, taken, walking, daily, diet, reasonable, and yet they still had heart attacks. They still had strokes, and often it happened in the morning. I remember one patient very clearly. I'll call him Douglas. Douglas was 68, a retired school principal, disciplined, careful, responsible, the kind of person who followed every instruction his doctor gave him. His tests were good, his blood pressure was controlled, his lifestyle was solid. There was no obvious reason for what happened next. One morning, his alarm went off. He did what he had done for years. He sat up quickly, swung his legs off the bed, and stood up immediately. 3 steps, that's all he made it, before collapsing. When I later reviewed his case, nothing stood out, except one thing, something no one had ever asked him about: how he wakes up. Now I want you to understand something very important. While you sleep, your body enters a kind of recovery mode. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, your nervous system quiets down. It's the only true rest your heart gets all day. But here's what most people don't know. Before you even wake up, your body is already preparing for the day. About 30 to 60 minutes before you open your eyes, your brain begins releasing stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline. These hormones are not bad. They're necessary. They help you wake up. But they also do something very specific to your cardiovascular system. They raise your heart rate, they increase your blood pressure, and they tighten your blood vessels, all at once. When you were younger, your body handled this effortlessly. Your vessels were flexible. Your system adapted instantly. But after 60, things change. Your arteries become stiffer. Your response becomes slower. And in many people, there may be plaque buildup that hasn't caused symptoms yet. You feel fine, but the conditions are there. Now imagine this. You're lying in bed. Your blood is evenly distributed. Your heart is working steadily. Then suddenly, you stand up. Gravity pulls blood down into your legs instantly. Your brain receives less blood for a moment. Your heart has to react fast. It has to pump harder, faster, to maintain pressure. In younger people, this adjustment happens smoothly. In older adults, it can lag. Doctors call this orthostatic hypotension. You may know it as that brief moment of dizziness or lightheadedness when you stand. Many people think that's normal. It's not something to ignore. It's your body telling you, I'm struggling to adjust. Now combine that with something else. Every morning, you wake up slightly dehydrated. You haven't had water for 6 to 8 hours. Your blood becomes slightly thicker, more viscous. Thicker blood flows more slowly, and it has a higher tendency to clot. So now you have 3 things happening at once: hormones increasing pressure, blood vessels under stress, blood that's thicker than usual, and then you stand up instantly. That combination is exactly why the early morning hours are associated with a higher number of cardiac events. This is well documented in medical literature. Now here's the part that matters most. This is preventable. Not with medication, not with expensive equipment, but with a simple change in what you do in the first minute after waking up. I call it the 90-second heart protection routine. And I want you to picture yourself doing this tomorrow morning. Your alarm goes off. Instead of moving immediately, you stay still. Step 1. Take 3 slow, deep breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow, controlled. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the calming system. It helps reduce the intensity of that morning hormone surge. Even small changes in breathing can influence heart rate and blood pressure. Step 2. Before you stand up, drink a glass of water. Keep it next to your bed tonight. Room temperature. Simple. This helps rehydrate your system. It supports circulation and gives your heart better conditions to work with. Step 3. Now, roll gently to your side. Push yourself up slowly. Sit on the edge of the bed. Let your feet hang. Stay there for about 20 to 30 seconds. During that time, move your ankles slowly. Circle them. This activates your calf muscles, which help push blood back toward your heart. Then, stand up slowly, not fast, not rushed. And once you're standing, pause for a few seconds before taking your first step. That's it. 3 breaths. Water. Sit before standing. 90 seconds. Now I want to go back to Douglas because this is important. After his recovery, we implemented this exact routine. Nothing else changed. 6 months later, his morning dizziness was gone. His blood pressure became more stable. And most importantly, he felt in control again. He asked me something I hear often. Why didn't anyone tell me this earlier? And the truth is, most people don't think about this. Doctors focus on medication. Patients focus on diet and exercise. But small mechanical habits, like how you wake up, can matter more than people realize. Now let me add one more layer, because this is something that doesn't get talked about enough. If you take certain medications, especially diuretics, your body may lose important minerals, like magnesium. Magnesium plays a role in how your heart rhythm is regulated. Low levels can contribute to irregular heartbeats. If that applies to you, it's worth discussing with your doctor, not to change anything on your own, but to be aware. Now, let's bring everything together. Your morning is a critical transition period. Your body is shifting from rest to activity. Your cardiovascular system is under temporary stress, and what you do in that moment can either support that transition or make it harder. So, tonight, before you go to bed, do one simple thing. Put a glass of water next to your bed. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. Tomorrow morning, try the full routine. Not perfectly, just intentionally. And see how your body feels. Because sometimes, health doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing simple things at the right time. And I want to say this clearly. If you've been feeling like your body is becoming more fragile, that you have less control, that things are slowly declining, that's not the full story. Your body is still adapting, still responding, still working for you. It just needs the right support, at the right moments. And the first minute of your day is one of those moments. If this gave you something useful, consider subscribing. I share practical, science-based health insights specifically for adults over 60. And before you go, tell me in the comments, do you usually stand up right away, or will you try slowing down tomorrow? I read every comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Sleep well tonight, and take care of your heart tomorrow morning.